Dude, we have a lot of crazy stuff already going on. I'm a little late to the party. Sorry for that. But welcome to another episode of my podcast. Peep the shirt, dude. Look at this. Spider-Man and Venom. $3. Clearance section at Walmart. And I was like, hell yeah, let's snag this thing. So, yeah, dude, freaking dope-ass shirt to wear for when Venom 3 comes out. Go watch that in a couple weeks. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh, what literally just transpired like 2 seconds ago. Pete Alonso hit a solo home run in the bottom of the second. This is why I'm saying, hey, we're a little bit late because this game is already live and going. But Pete Alonso just hit a home run in the bottom of the second, and then Castellanos made a routine. Hey, Rob caught it, saved, but then in the transition he bobbled it. And so now for the second time in this series, it feels like, what's a catch? You know, we deal with that in the NFL, and now we're dealing with it in the MLB, which is, what is a catch? Is he safe? Is he out? What are we looking at here? Hold on, let's see what the refs say. So Philadelphia has both challenges. So that probably means, yeah, somebody is out. I would say when Stott was calling for, well, Winker. Okay, possession. Yeah, he has it, and then he's Oh yeah, okay, yeah. In slow motion, yeah, you can tell he just bobbled it on the transition from the glove to the hand to throw it to second base. It doesn't matter because there's a new. Okay, woo. Okay, that one from the crowd reaction, it looked like Marte sent that deep into center field. Anyways, no more distractions. Hello, people. Welcome to another episode. So we're just going to talk about, we got some big stuff tonight. Obviously, we're going to talk about some of the Game 3's in the MLB tonight. We have NHL action kicking off here tonight as well, so be sure to stay tuned after this stream. We're going to do this, okay? Just relaxing. This is going to be a hefty, stream, and so stay tuned to that. We'll do that one right after this one. That's going to be a vertical stream. And then, oh, geez, Louise. Okay, foul ball. Taylor looked like he yanked it to left field. Anyways, sorry, that's that. And then we have a little bit of NFL news as well, as the Jets have parted ways with Robert SALEH, head coach who has been there for 3 years since the 2021 season. So, all that being said, let's just jump into it now. No more distractions. Let's first start off with the biggest news of the day, which is the Jets getting rid of Robert SALEH, the head coach. What's the word I'm looking for? Am I shocked that he's fired? No. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers said it very clearly. I don't know if it was in a preseason presser, or if he was talking with Pat McAfee or something, but I distinctly remember that he said, if they don't get the job done, which is obviously winning Super Bowls, they're going to clean house in the next 2-3 years. It's what happened in Green Bay. And I think that is very true. I mean, you look at it, every dynasty that has ever ended, you get rid of the star players, and then you get rid of the head coach, and then you get rid of usually the GM, but the owner usually stays. Sometimes we switch things up, and the GM's the last to go, or something. Like it happened with Brady and Belichick. It happened with, Shanahan, Miami Dolphins. It happened with... it's happened everywhere. And there's going to be no difference here with, even though they haven't even won one thing together, it was bound to happen with the Jets, with Robert SALEH and Aaron Rodgers. I think to say, okay, who's at fault? I don't think anybody's at fault, really, for this. I think a lot of people were talking about how they look at it both ways. They look at, is this Aaron Rodgers' fault? Is Aaron, whispering in the GM's ear to get rid of him? Is this play calling by Robert SALEH, which was his own demise and his own doing to get him fired? Like, they're looking at it from both angles. And a lot of people are having this approach where they're looking at it kind of like how a lot of people look at when LeBron gets a head coach fired, like, oh, this is LeBron's fault. Or they're looking at it as, oh, this is Aaron Rodgers' fault. Here's the thing. I would disagree with that point, and the reason why I disagree with that point is that you look at Aaron Rodgers' coaches in the NFL as long as his career has gone, and who his head coaches have been since he joined the league. Big Mike, okay, for Green Bay, that was 10 plus years. They won a Super Bowl together. Now tensions did rise there towards the end, we know, and that's why he was out the door, and he was fired after the Cardinals loss. I think I was living in Washington at the time. I wasn't paying attention to football. So Mike McCarthy, and then Matt LaFleur comes in. Okay, that's number 2, Matt LaFleur, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, these guys aren't getting along." This and that. Bullshit. I call the biggest bullshit flag to that, and I think it's the media just stirring the pot because 2 back-to-back MVP seasons. What else? I mean, the Packers secured the 1 seed back in 2020, had home field advantage up into the NFC Championship game. They had home field again in the 2021 season. So I think like him and Matt LaFleur did really well, and a lot of people are finally starting to come to respect Matt LaFleur and how good of a coach he is, because look at how well the Packers have been able to do and how they've been able to stay afloat a little bit without Aaron Rodgers there. So that's 2, okay? And then the 3rd is now Robert SALEH. And now it's going to be the 4th. It's going to be the interim head coach who's the defensive coordinator. Here's the thing. How long has Aaron Rodgers been in the league? And he's had technically 4 coaches. Okay, if there's going to be a 5th one that comes on, maybe. Who knows? How many coaches has LeBron had throughout all of his time in the NBA? Like he's had Tyronn Lue. He's had Eric Spoelstra was the only coach that he couldn't get fired. And so what happened to LeBron? LeBron left. Notice a pattern here that like when things didn't go LeBron's way, a coach left, but if the coach didn't leave, he left. Why he left Cleveland the first time, why he left Cleveland the second time, why he's probably, if things don't go well with JJ Redick, why he's going to leave LA. You see what I mean? So like the narrative of like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is a diva like LeBron, he gets his coaches fired. I would disagree. Like, I just listed 4 coaches, and I can't even list all the coaches that LeBron's had. Like I think he's had 3 with the Lakers now. He had 1 in Miami, and then I think he had Tyronn Lue was there for 16, 17, 18. But then anyways, you see what I mean? Like the dude gets people fired. So that argument, total bullshit. I think Robert SALEH getting fired was his own doing, and I think it was due to just look at his record as a coach since 2021. It was his own doing. I think he was a big key reason for bringing Aaron Rodgers on, but I think he was also a big key reason on. Look at who the Jets drafted back in 2021. They decided to draft Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is a bust, and we know this now because we've kind of left the 2021 QB draft class kind of in the dust. Anybody talking about Trey Lance? Anybody talking about Mac Jones? The only one that's kind of staying afloat is Justin Fields, but even then, and then Trevor Lawrence, which Trevor Lawrence is starting to turn into that guy of like, hey, maybe we paid him a little bit too early. But we look at I bet he helped the GM in the decisions of, hey, let's draft this quarterback out of BYU. And look at how terrible that experiment was. I mean, we even saw, like, I know Aaron, was kind and his words were really good about Zach Wilson and saying, yeah, you're going to sit behind me for a couple of years and then you're going to be in this league for a really long time because you're going to learn stuff. Well, you tear your Achilles 4 plays in, and then we have to watch the Zach Wilson experiment for the 3rd year in a row. We see how much of a shit show that is. And I loved the meme. I loved seeing the meme. It's the meme of Zach Wilson and Aaron Rodgers side by side. Then it's like points through the first 4 games, and it was like 79. And then it's like points through the first 4 games with Aaron Rodgers, and it's like 73. Something stupid like that. But I think it's funny that the point margin is still the same, if not a little worse with Aaron Rodgers. Like, I do think that is a little bit funny, but like those who watched BYU football knew Zach Wilson was a bust from the get-go. We knew he was okay because he had that improbable 2020 season that put the Cougs on the map, that put him on the map to even have draft stock in the first place. But, like, with how they did last season in 2023, with how they did in 2022, with how they did in 2021, it's a lot more than just, oh, the Jets started 2-3. Let's get them out of town. No, there's context to this. A lot of people were thinking of Aaron Rodgers as a security blanket, kind of like, I don't say a redeeming savior of New York, no, but I think a lot of people got comfortable, and a lot of people thought that, hey, Aaron Rodgers bought us some time for our job, but it's like, no, because look at how well you did your first 2 years before he got here. Look at how you did in 21, 22, and 23 before he even got here. So, 2023 should have been his first year, but there was the injury. So I will give a little bit of graces to that because you can't plan injury, but still, at the same time, like I think they're jumping ship a little too early. Hopefully this doesn't affect the Davante Adams trade. I would still think Adams is gonna go there because why would Davante Adams want to go to the Saints? We already saw what the experiment was like with the Raiders when Adams went and played for the Raiders back in 2022. We already saw how that went. Why would he want to do that again? Why would he want to subject himself to going and playing? Because it's not like Derek Carr got any better in the past 2 years. I'd say the same argument for Rodgers. It's not like Rodgers got any better in the last 2 years. But going from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr, that is a huge, huge, drastic change. Because we know who the better quarterback is. Come on. It's not up for debate. We know who the better quarterback is. So hopefully the Jets in firing Robert Saleh doesn't affect Adams getting traded. I would think, I don't know when the NFL, actually, hold on, let me look this up real quick. Because we're going to know some news here pretty soon. Because that news could break any day now. Like the Saleh news this morning. Like I woke up and saw it and I was like, are you kidding me? Hold on. NFL trade deadline. Tuesday, November 5th. Okay, so he can technically be sitting out. So we might be talking about Davante Adams for the next month on whether or not he's going to go to the Jets, because the deadline is November 5th. And again, I think the teams that are making moves and trades, I mean, you look at it kind of back in the 2021 season when the Rams were really good. They brought on Odell. They brought on someone for the defense. Was it Bobby? No, it wasn't Bobby Wagner. He was still with the Seahawks. Bobby Wagner went to the Rams in 2022. I think they brought, and it wasn't Jalen Ramsey because Ramsey was already there. Like they brought on two names. Odell was the offensive name. There's a defensive name or there's just another lineman. But the Rams made some moves. It helped improve their roster. Look at how far they got. They went and they won the Super Bowl. 3 up, 3 down. All right, we're gonna go to the bottom of the third. Anyways, but I think so. One of these days, it's bound that we're gonna have that breaking news. Davante Adams has been traded. So we might be dealing with that for another month or so. Do I think it's right that the Jets got rid of Saleh? No. Actually, I think it's a little premature because I don't think he's a bad coach. I really don't. But then again, I haven't watched every single Jet game since he was the coach from back in 2021 till now. So maybe because I have heard a lot of people calling, as much as they were calling for the comparison of Aaron Rodgers is just basically a glorified LeBron James to be a prima donna and get rid of his coach. As much as I've seen that, I have also seen, the reason why they're sucking is because of the coach. I get that, but you can't put all the blame on the coach. It's not Robert Saleh's fault that Aaron Rodgers throws 3 interceptions against the Vikings. and he's crawling on the ground like he's been downed in Fortnite. Like, Robert Saleh can't control that. You know what I mean? Like, he can only put his guys in the best positions to be successful. But then at the end of the day, the players have to go out there and be successful. Like, it literally goes hand in hand. You have to have good players, and you have to have a good coach. And when they go hand, like, it's a weird concept. Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Do great coaches make good players, or do good players make a coach great? Like, it's weird because Phil Jackson, great coach. Greg Popovich, great coach. Eric Spoelstra, great coach. Was it, Jordan? Was it Shaq? Was it Kobe? Did these guys make these coaches good, or were these coaches good? And naturally, that is a topic for a whole nother time. Not important right now. But let's move ahead. So that's enough of me rambling. Sorry for that little segment on the Jets and Robert Saleh. We're just going to see. I don't think he's going to be fired for very long. Just like how I don't think Mike Vrabel is going to be fired for very long. Like, I think we're going to get through, because that's kind of how last offseason was with, Pete Carroll getting fired, Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel. Who else got fired? He didn't get fired, but he stepped down like Nick Saban, but we know Nick Saban's done. But like Mike Vrabel, Robert Saleh, Bill Belichick. Just watch. If the Bills underperform this year, what's the head coach's name over there? Sean McDonough, I think Sean McDonough is a color cop manager. Brian McDonough? No. Whoever the hell the Bills head coach is, dude, that's a freaking cool shot. Is that a piece of art, or is that actually the skyline in the background? It just showed a panorama. Oh, shit. Oh, good. Okay, that hit the wall. Whew. Just a routine single. Okay. That looks like a big shot. Alvarez, number 4, Alvarez, sent it into left field. Which, this is a cool. Yeah, we'll segue into the Mets now versus Phillies, and then later tonight we got the Dodgers versus the Padres. This is really cool for Game 3 for the division series. I like how it's really cool because the Mets have been on the road for the last couple games. If you've been following the end of the MLB season to the MLB postseason, the Mets haven't been home yet. They went and they did their 3-game series in Milwaukee, and then they played the first 2 in Philadelphia. And so now they're having a homecoming here for Game 3 of the division series. Like, I think it's really cool. And so I bet that place is going to be loud. I bet that place is rocking right now. If I hit the mute button, here's Lindor. He's 0 for 1 so far. I think in this series, I wish division series were best of 7. Like, I think it'd be fun to have World Series best of 7, Conference Series best of 7, Division Series best of 7. I think the wild card being a best of 3 kind of makes sense. But with how this series has gone, where the Mets snuck one out in Game 1, I think tonight, with how Castellanos helped walk it off the other night to even the series at 1 apiece, this is going to be a big game. And I think the team that wins tonight is going to have huge momentum for the rest of this series. But I think with how it's going to be a homecoming for the Mets, I'm going to roll with the Mets. Taking a 2-1 series lead. I still have the Phillies in the series. Like, come on, I'm rooting for the Phillies in this postseason. But I think, how fun will the story be, when it's all said and done, that the Phillies were down 2-1 in New York for a elimination game. They won Game 4, tied the series at 2 apiece, came home and won Game 5. Oh, here we go. Okay, great routine catch there by center fielder. Yeah, keep him at bay, So, yeah, that's going to be my prediction for this Phillies versus Mets Game 3 tonight. I have the Mets taking it. Probably another close game. We're talking from the 7th inning on, magic happens. Whether it's a single home run, ticky-tack, base runners, stacking and loading the bases. And then for the Padres versus the Dodgers. I have thought it even ever since they signed Shohei Ohtani, man. The Dodgers always find a way to choke away playoff series. They always find a way to just implode at the last second. The Dodgers are the Cowboys, basically, of the MLB. I think the Padres come out tonight, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, kind of like how yesterday was, where didn't Tatis have 2 home runs last night, if I'm not mistaken? So I think it's going to be a home run parade there, and the Padres are going to take a 2-1 series lead. Probably not. I don't think they're going to get. I think they got 8 runs last night. Sorry. I don't know why I'm freaking yawning. I don't think they're going to get that many runs, but I do think they're going to get a handful of runs. And it might be a 7-3 kind of game. 7-3, 8-4. Padres take a 2-1 series lead. So that's who I have winning that. I'll check back. Oh, pop-up. Routine. Pop-up. Come on, Bryce. Get there. Okay. Nicely done. Nicely done. 3 up, 3 down. Okay, go to the 4th. Use this momentum. Even this thing up, because Mets are up 1-0. Okay, but then anyways, let's move forward now to NHL. We have finally made it to the NHL. We have a little bit of action tonight, which right now, the game that's going on is the St. Louis Blues versus the Seattle Kraken, if I'm not... Yeah, Blues and Kraken. Seattle's up 2-0 right now. I mean, I'm a sick son of a bitch for wanting hockey, but I'm not that sick or I'd watch that game. No. I'll wait till the cup is in the building and they lift the banner. I like that tradition. I wish the NFL, like, that's what's so great about the NHL is there's only one Stanley Cup. There was only one, and it was fun last year watching Vegas hang the banner up, give the Stanley Cup back, and then the quest began. Like, and I even watched it for the Avalanche too, back when the Avalanche won it, and they played the Blackhawks that night. Because Johnson, I believe it was Johnson, he took a team photo because he got traded to the Blackhawks. Anyways, so yeah, we got the Bruins and the Panthers tonight, banner night. It's going to be a big game. But I like that little tradition that they've started. I don't know who started it. I know that back when the Penguins went back-to-back, they had the banner nights. I don't know if the Blackhawks, back during their era, their dynasty, I don't know if they had the banner nights. But I like that kind of tradition sense of we've had the cup all summer. We've had the cup for majority of the fall. We've been able to enjoy it. We've been able to, reap our rewards. Now we got to go hang a banner, give it back, and try to earn it again and stuff. Like, I like that. I think that's really cool. Versus the NFL where it's like, oh, look at our trophy case full of like 7 Lombardis, or that's neither here nor there. I think college football, this is just me in my opinion, college football would greatly improve if it had like a Stanley Cup trophy feeling to it where there's only one. Like, you can get a replica after you win it, but there's only one. And like it, because obviously, like, you walk into the Bruins, you walk into the Panthers, you walk into the Penguins. Yeah, there's going to be trophies in that trophy case, but it's all replica stuff because there's only the one Stanley Cup. All right, but again, moving forward, we have some action. We have the Blues versus the Kraken tonight. We have the Panthers versus the Bruins tonight, and I believe the third one is the Utah Hockey Club against... Shoot, see, dude, I don't even know. That's how much I don't. That's how much I'm uninformed. Schedule. Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, Connor Bedard, baby. Pardon me. Yeah, they want the world. They want the world to know about. They want the world to know about Connor Bedard. I'm not gonna lie, and they want NHL fans to be okay with seeing Utah Hockey Club. It looks so tacky. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record all season when I talk about it. I felt the same way about Washington. I will give Cleveland a little bit, the benefit of the doubt because they were able to turn over from, hey, we're not going to be the Indians anymore. We're going to be called the Guardians. At least they had kind of like a smart, intelligent thought process to it because it's like there was symbolism to the name Guardians. You know what I mean? Like they talked about the bridge and, I mean, the angel wings and the logo. So there's a little bit of cool finality with that where it's like, okay, this is actually kind of clever. I can kind of get behind this, even though me, it's like, dude, they'll always be the Indians to me. I mean, they are the Cleveland Indians. Do not get yourself mistaken. Like, what's really crazy too is the last time the Astros went to the conference series, the last time there was a conference series in the AL without the Houston Astros, we got to go back all the way to 2016 when it was, the Indians and the Blue Jays. Indians and Blue Jays. So, dude, it's been a freaking long while. But neither here nor there. Like, it took Washington, oh my gosh, because, we can't say Redskin. But for Washington to come out and be like, we're going to be called the football team. And it's like, WTF. So that was, it is what it is. And then the logo, how it was just the normal W, and then it went to this, but there's an outline now. Like, I think there was so much potential behind rebranding Washington. Like, if we want to get rid of the Redskins name and we want to rebrand, we totally can. Like, I actually had a pretty good idea. I'll save it for another video. That might be a Rumble exclusive because I don't know how many people would get triggered with me saying Redskin because I'm going to have to say it a lot because we're talking about that team name. But, oh, shit. Okay, good double. Go for second. Save. What? Bullshit. He was safe. Great throw by Marte to Lindor, though. Got him out at second. Little aggressive on the base running. Oh well. But there's a thought process to it. Sorry, all of this to come back around to Utah. There's some thought process in when Cleveland went to from Indians to Guardians, from Redskins to Commanders. I think it's a dumb name. It's a really dumb name. They could have thought of something better. They had freaking 2 years to do it, and then not only that is there was 3 seasons, but 2 years kind of to think of a name. And the best they could come up with was the Commanders. The best they could come up with was that W logo. The best they could come up with were the jerseys. Like, miss. Still to this day, I don't like the jerseys. I don't like where the NFL is going with its jerseys. I don't like the Broncos jersey. I don't like the who else? I don't like the Broncos jersey. I don't like Washington's jerseys. I don't like Arizona jerseys. Yeah, the Cardinals have a soft spot in my heart, but I don't like how all these NFL teams are trying to look like college teams, and then college teams are even looking like high school teams nowadays. But I don't like the Cardinals jerseys. I don't like the Rams jerseys. I don't like the Falcons jerseys. Like, as much as I hate the Cowboys, I respect the hell out of the Cowboys and how they've stayed consistent and they've stayed the same. 2 things they've stayed consistent at: not reaching a championship, in the NFC, and the jerseys. They have stayed the same. The Packers have stayed the same. The Vikings have switched it up a little bit. Like, they've gone from the glossy purple to the Adrian Peterson days to the matte finish. Like, it's fine. It took a little bit of time to get used to and adjusted to, from staring at the deep purple Jared Allen, Christian Ponder kind of, Brett Favre purple to what it is now. But I mean, I like the Vikings, I like the Bears, I like the 49ers. The 49ers have stayed classic. The Packers have stayed classic. The Bills, I think the Bills should go back to I want to see a red helmet Bills. I want to see the Bills come back with a red helmet one of these years. The Ravens, I don't like the Texans and how they rebranded. Like, there's just so many. And with the Browns, you can only rebrand so much because there's not much you can do with the colors orange, brown, and white. There's really not. Unless you're trying to look like Texas. But that would be infringement on some things, and they'd probably get their asses sued, whatever. That's a tangent for another time, but coming back around, because I got off on a tangent. Now we got to come back around, because we're going to talk about the Utah Hockey Club. They gave a petition. They sent out surveys. I even submitted in the survey. Like, I think they should be called the Yeti, the Glaciers, anything to do with ice. Because I wouldn't say, hey, let's do pioneer heritage or anything like religious heritage, because that's what Utah is mainly known for, is, the church and stuff. I wouldn't say anything and going that way. I mean, honestly, it'd be sick as hell to be called the Utah Saints. Like, that'd be freaking, like, that would go hand in hand, because, I mean, Latter-day Saints, Utah, like, you can go from that with that approach. But, like, you look at the Irish, there's a little bit of gold. You look at the Saints, the New Orleans Saints, like, we're talking about religion and stuff, like, there's a little bit of gold. I don't know if there's the symbolism of God and gold or something. Here's the thing, though, with its color scheme, Utah is not known for gold. It's known for its Rocky Mountains. It's known for its glacier blues. It's known for the snow. It's known for the sun, the sunset. So you kind of got to do that valley look, like how the old Utah jerseys were, that, Donovan Mitchell slam dunk competition. Those jerseys were badass. So the reason why they got rid of them, who the hell freaking knows? Like, those jerseys were freaking badass. But if not the Saints, Pioneers would sound so stupid. I think it could work for a hockey team, but Battalion, because just a little bit of church history. Battalion's a pretty dope ass name. And have a cannon, kind of like the Columbus Blue Jackets have a cannon be the logo or something like that. Or just rifles like the Patriots, because again, if you know the story and stuff, you understand that. But I think if we want to keep it around the cold, because that's what hockey is hockey's cold, hockey's ice, hockey's the blizzard, the Yeti, the Blues, the Glaciers. I know it irk a lot of people, but the Avalanche is fine. The Rockies, because we have Rocky Mountains, because it's Utah. So you can think of all these snow-specific names. And then, to cap it off, I don't know why I love the Lancer Blue. Believe me, I love the Lancer Blue, because it's actually pretty dope. It's a dope-ass powder baby blue, North Carolina Tar Heel blue. It'll always be Lancer Blue to me, but why? And I kind of feel this way about the basketball team with the Utah Jazz, because it's all the same owner. But so we fumbled the bag, and we can't come up with a name, and we can't come up with the logo. But it's like we gave out all those names, Hell, call them the Bees, for hell's sakes, because guess what? We have a AAA baseball team called the Bees, okay? But we have all those. Grizzlies, we could be called the Grizzlies, because that's our minor league hockey team in Utah. But we have all those names to do with snow, glacier caps, whatever. Snow, mountains, blah, blah, blah. So that's coming from that approach. I already did the approach of like a religious, history of the state. But the Utah Jazz were very well known back during the John Stockton and Karl Malone days with their purple jerseys, the glacier blue and purple jerseys with the Rocky Mountains. Badass jerseys. Like, I would debate that those jerseys are up there with the Vince Carter Raptors jerseys. What other jerseys are up there? Regardless, but I think if you did a hockey jersey in the font of, actually, shit, where's my phone? No, I'm gonna pull up this sumbitch right now. No, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Where are you? Because I texted it to my bro a little while ago. Okay, now, this is the Utah Jazz, okay? So it makes no, come on, focus. So it's the Utah Jazz, so it looks a little, focus. So it looks a little silly because it's the Utah Jazz, but like you do that, that. Okay, that, wait. Look at that. Like, you do that concept, or this. The glacier, focus. The glacier blue and purple. At least that's what I. and then and then I freaking saw this. The Storm and Mormons. That'd be freaking, dude. That'd be so freaking funny. But I mean, you had time. Like, do I think the NHL should have gone out of Arizona? Hell no, no, dude. Like, the Coyotes, they did have a fan base. They really did. Like, hell, I was willing to drive to Mullet Arena. Like, because I remember tickets were cheap when it was at Desert Financial Arena down in Glendale. When it went to Mullet Arena, they were so much more expensive, but that's because there were thousands and thousands of less seats, so it was more on demand and stuff. But like, yeah, dude, if they would have stayed, you better believe if the Oilers came to town, I'd watch the Oilers. Every time the Penguins came to town, I went and saw the Penguins. Who else? Yeah, I'd go catch a Vegas game if I could. I'd go catch the Kings. I'd go catch the Panthers if they were ever in town. Because like, you look at whenever the Dodgers come to town, oh my gosh, Phoenix is crawling, dude. Because it's a hotbed because we got a lot of Dodger fans here, we got a lot of Diamondback fans here, and so it's kind of like not a touristy attraction, but when other big markets come here, the NHL fans will still go there. And so why they left Arizona, it all comes down to this. You know it does. But the fact that they had an off-season to work out a schedule, not a schedule, but a team name, a logo, and jersey colors, and they didn't do it, and they're not going to do it for another 2 seasons or something, just like how Washington did with the Commanders. I think it's so stupid. I think it's a fumble. It's just a lost cause, because I'm not saying like the NHL is trying to force us fans to be okay with the name Utah Hockey Club, but it seems so lazy. If you knew that you were going to leave Arizona, if you knew that you were going to leave Arizona and transition over into Utah, because NHL is coming back to Arizona. Believe that, dude. The NHL is going to come back to Arizona just like the NBA is going to go back to Seattle, like how the NHL is going to come back to Quebec. Like, expansions will happen. But if you knew for all this time that the Arizona Coyotes weren't going to buy, because I remember that there was a little bit of time where, can they buy up some land next to Footprint Center and next to, where the D-backs play baseball. Why can I not think about that? Like, I think, oh shit, that's a top decker. Dude, what a shot by Winker. 4-2. I mean, not 4-2. Sorry, just a solo home run for Jesse Winker. 2-0, bottom of the fourth. I was thinking 4 because it was bottom of the fourth. But they were gonna do. I don't know if it's on the other side of the bridge right there, but they were going to build somewhere over there. They were going to wait to buy some land, and they never did. They never eventually got around to it. But again, I mean, the NHL is going to come back to Arizona. The NHL is going to expand into those places that I already said. But if they knew for all that time that they were going to go to Utah, that they were going to go and leave Arizona, they should have at least done their due diligence to have a logo ready, colors ready, team name ready. Like, come on. Like, I guarantee you there's high schoolers who are learning graphic design that could make a logo. I bet there's just diehard fans who are out there who are ready to go, but it's like, no. Let's listen to the billionaires who have the money to frick out of here. Like, to me, it just sounds stupid. Which that gives me a lot of motivation to show you guys my design if I were to redesign the Washington Redskins, if I were to redesign the Indians for Cleveland. Hell, redesign the Utah Hockey Club. Like, it's just so stupid, because we've seen those accounts on Instagram, Twitter. Like, they rebrand every single team from the Bulls to the Warriors to we've seen those cool stuff, but it is what it is. It's stupid. I don't think the NHL is trying to force us to like that team. I just think they're lazy and they didn't do their due diligence to be ready for the season. And now we got to watch the pit. Do not get me wrong. The jerseys look fine. The jerseys look fine. I'll give them credit for that. But Seattle Kraken were ready to go. Vegas Golden Knights were ready to go. Utah, you needed to be ready to go, but you weren't. So that's neither here nor there. Tangent over. Let me give you my predictions about who I have winning tonight. We'll end this stream, and then we'll start the next stream for our predictions on the season. Okay. Out of the Blues and the Kraken, I'm going to have to probably roll with the Kraken, even though, shit, let's see, the score's probably changed by now. Who's winning that one? Let me double check. Yeah, I was picked. Oh my gosh. St. Louis is up 3-2 now. It was 2-0 a second ago. What an explosive quarter for them. But I'm going to roll with the Kraken on that one. And then for Cup in the building, Panthers versus Bruins, I'm going to roll with the Panthers. And the reason why I'm going to roll with the Panthers, not only because, it's a banner night, opening face-off. We've watched contract disputes with Jeremy Swayman in the front office with the Bruins. Is he even ready to go for tonight? How much has he kept up with training in this preseason on his own accord, with his own personal workouts? Is he ready to go for the Bruins? Is the team chemistry there? Like, I look at all that, and I think if he's been sitting and waiting, I don't think even Igor Shesterkin or Sergei Bobrovsky, I don't even, Marc-Andre Fleury, or just some of the greats before him, I don't think they would sit out all that time and be ready to go, because it takes process and it takes time, and I think just the Bruins aren't ready to go. Again, I could be wrong. I could be proven way wrong, but with tonight, I just think the Panthers are a much more ready team. It is a rematch of the semifinals before it's the quarterfinals before, the East Finals. So we got that little bit of rematch, but game's going to be in Florida. Hold on, shit. Let me even double check if it's why would they make Florida the Stanley Cup winning team go on the road? They wouldn't do that, would they? Hold on, let me double check. Hold on. See how I'm so unorganized and unprepared. Yeah, okay, yeah, Boston out Florida, which I'm so glad Boston's going back to their normal logo and look. Last year was so bad jersey combo. They were growing on me a little bit. They were growing on me by the end, but it looked bad. But yeah, it's going to be in Florida. That place is going to be rocking. Give me a goal by Tkachuk. Give me a goal by the captain. Why not? Yeah, have the captain get on the board. Have Tkachuk get on the board, and then I can see this being a 2-0 or probably 3-1 kind of game. I could see Pasta getting a goal. I don't even know if Pasta's still got to be on the. Pasta still has to be on the squad. But yeah, give me the Panthers winning tonight, and then out of Chicago at Utah, because it's opening night for them. I think that's another reason why they're playing on opening night, is to just get the NHL involved. And hey, we have a hockey team in Utah now, which it was only a matter of time. There will be an NFL team in Utah. Just give it time. I think they should also be purple and gold, kind of like the Vikings and Saints, but that's just me. Because Utah kind of is affiliated with red for the Utah Utes, blue for BYU, purple for the Utah Jazz. Well, that's a tangent for another time, but out of Chicago and Utah, give me Chicago, man. Give me an upset. Give me the Blackhawks coming in, starting their season off hot. Chicago did get one on the Penguins last year. Did they? Yes, they did. Yeah, they did beat the Penguins in opening night last year. Late. I do. Yeah, it's coming back to me. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's my thoughts on a lot of stuff. NFL, NHL, MLB. No news or any action tonight for the NBA. Plus, if there was, dude, I'll cover it in tonight's recap. I thank you guys for listening. We ramble this long. damn, this was a long stream. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff we had to cover. So be sure to tune in tonight as we cover the winner of the Phillies Mets. I'll give a reaction on that, and then we'll do a reaction for the Padres versus Dodgers, and then we'll check back post game for if the Panthers are able to start off 1-0. Bruins coming to town, sneak one out. We'll just see when we get there. But anyways, I thank you guys for watching. If you like all things football, hockey, sports related, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I try to cover everything. I do a little bit of game stuff here as well. So yeah, I'll try to catch you guys in another video.